Hello everyone, welcome back. In this session of Insert Menu, today we will see the charts. Okay, so I have some data here. Let me select this first, insert option here. So I can select the data, insert, click on the charts. Okay, by default, Google has given us the suggestion based on its algorithm that this data is suitable for the column chart. Okay, that we can see in the chart editor. So let's understand the interface for the charting and few of the small things I recommend that you can do the practice basis your own requirement or your own data sets. However, I'll just cover quickly how the GUI is divided. So on the chart pane, you have these three dots to edit some of the visual things on the chart. So for example, edit chart, delete chart, download this as an image or PDF, publish this chart, okay, copy or move to own sheet and alternative text on the chart. Okay, now here there are some of the uh, options available in the chart editor. So first is the setup. So setup includes lot of various commands. So for example, if I do not want to show this as a suggested column chart, I wanted to use this as a line chart. I can click on it and the number appear. Data range is given A1 to B5. What we have selected, we can modify that as well. I want to add another range. I'll say C1 to C5. Okay. Then we have the x-axis. So our x-axis is the first column, which is a constant. Okay. Then we have aggregate. So aggregate is basically if we have multiple series, how we wanted to show them as an average, as a count, as a sum, etc. Then as we know, we have added an extra range that I can have here and add that as another series. So we have this populated here. We have switch rows and columns. So accordingly, we can switch between the rows and columns, but sometimes this option is useless. So I recommend to see your data, understand your data first, and accordingly choose your chart and the data selections. If in a single go your data is not getting selected or added, I recommend to use this data range option to add multiple ranges. Use row 1 as headers. Now my data has the headers, so I can skip on that if I'm just selecting on the data part, and use column A as labels. So currently the default is column A. If I don't want to use that, I can tick on this mark. Okay. Next is my customization. So this is a setup of the chart, how we are reading the data on the chart. Next is how we wanted to customize this chart. For example, chart style. I want background color to be black, etc. Theme, you can select any of the theme, say Comic Sans, so all the fonts can be changed. Border color can be changed again, whichever color you like. Then chart style, if you wanted a smooth chart, the now this is line chart, so it has smoothened the lines. Maximize to remove on the axis, external axis. Plot the null values. If there are any null values present, so we can plot those as well. And compare mode. So basically when we have uh, two different values, so we can put those into the compare mode, but this is very rarely used as far as I know. Chart axis and title. So from here you can choose the type of the item. So for example, I wanted to edit the chart title. So the whatever the changes I do below is applicable to chart title only. So I'm seeing here the text. So here I can say test. So if you look, see now the title has been changed. Similarly, I can change font and all the formatting changes here. I wanted to choose to edit the horizontal axis here, company name. So I can say company sales in INR. So this way I can label. If you see the vertical axis title, now this is something it has wrongly picked up automatically. I can say sales in INR. So that has some meaningful sense. Then we have series. Again, it has we have two different series, so we can choose which series we wanted to edit. So for example, I wanted to edit the 2007 series and I don't want this color, I want to go with the black color. I can choose that way. Line type, I because it's a past data, I will use the dotted line to highlight my 2018 current data. Okay, and I do not want this on the left axis. If let us suppose if this is a share, I can plot it on the right axis and have a meaningful interpretation. So through this way you can change your primary versus secondary axis. Similar commands can be accessed for the 2018, the another series we have added onto our data. Next we have legend. So legend, whatever we have, so here we have the series names on top, so that we can put somewhere either on the bottom or on the left hand side or on the right hand side, etc. Again, formatting can be done from the bottom. Couple of options. Horizontal axis we can edit separate again for the formatting and the font changes. Labels we can make it slant if we have a lot of data to encompass onto the small or the set screen. Then we have vertical axis. Similar options are available for the vertical axis. Again, as we know, the vertical axis, uh, like we have the major units and the minor units as like in Excel. Here we have minimum versus the maximum value that we can set. So for example, I want to set the minimum value as 1000 and maximum value as 50,000. Now see here, I have changed this. Scale factor again you can choose. So I want my scale factor to be 1/10. So I can use these factors 100. So accordingly, I can rename my vertical axis label and change my data. If the values are in millions and billions, then it is better to use these scaling factors. Log scale is not used for the general purpose. Number format, so we can see we can set the number format as it is from the data, or we can set custom formats as well. So for example, I can put some dollar value here and all my values will be appearing in the dollar, and I can put some suffix else also, so accordingly the suffix can be added. So these are all the vertical axis related amendments. Then we have grid lines. So for vertical axis we can, okay, so for the vertical axis we can have the major grid lines and minor grid lines as well. Minor grid line count, so we can set some counts. Say for example I want 4 minor grid lines in between. Major grid line color, I say on the back I have this one, here I have only 2. So accordingly minor grid line color I can change to yellow, so on and so forth. So don't bother whatever the color I am choosing, it is just for the representation purpose. Okay. Now these are, I have explained you all the options. Now basis your requirement, the chart type we choose, these options may vary, but this is the way you can create and edit your chart in two parts. One is setup. Setup basically deals with the data part, arranging the data onto your chart. Other one is the customize, which is your look and feel of the chart. Okay. Now, as we know, some commands can be directly accessed from here. Before that, let me put the chart to normal. Okay. Now here if you see I can select on these things if I click on the chart, and so for example this is my 2018 series. If I double click on it, automatically that option opens up. So that's a shortcut for the productivity. I click on the 7. Now see here, my 18 series has highlighted. I double click on the black series, my 17 has been highlighted. I clicked on this horizontal axis label. See here, I am currently into the horizontal axis label. I double click on this, I am into the vertical axis. Now this is very very useful if you do not want to understand and go one option or the other or search for this way. This is very very important. I mean it's very helpful, because what we understand is how we wanted our chart to look like, and if we can directly go to that command just by double clicking on the GUI, it is very useful. And let me set to default. Yes, legend, double click, I can put it on the top again. Okay, so this is a shortcut. Then we have these three dots on the top. I click on that and I can say, for example, we have closed this. Now I can double click on the chart to appear that, or I can click on the three dots and click on edit chart, delete chart, download, and access these options. Okay. So I believe you are through with the charting command. So I will make another sessions on the chart. This is just for our tutorial purpose. I'll make more advanced videos on the chart, and I'll try to see where I can accommodate those advanced charting techniques on the Google, because in this I have just covered one chart style. But if you look at the other chart styles, there are a lot many chart styles, and for each chart style we need different sets of data. I wanted to cover especially for the speedometer or gauge chart kind of thing, or inserting the scorecard chart, etc., because these are very handy when you prepare the analysis. So yeah, but those things will come again, and I'll put some appropriate thumbnail for those videos so that you can visit those separately. So this is it in this session. Thanks for joining. Stay tuned for the next. Thank you.